Basically, they've killed it. The demise of video stores like Blockbuster is a direct effect of the streaming technology. Nobody wants to go to a store now where you used to go to Blockbuster, we all did, and rent DVDs or buy DVDs or whatever it is. You had to physically go out of there no matter what the weather is. Consider this is all over the country. Imagine having weather like they've got now in Atlanta, in Washington, D.C., in Georgia, South Carolina, up the coast, with all these storms. If you still got power, if you still have power, assuming, and you still have a good broadband connection, you can just sit home and then watch TV at your leisure. You don't have to run out to a store, experience the bad weather or the inclement weather that may be out there, and you can decide what you want to see. So it's killed all the mom and pop video stores that used to be around. And there's still VHSs, even though they've stopped making them. You can still get them in select places, but it's few and far between. And there's been a tremendous drop in DVD sales and usage. A lot of people now, there's a lot of DVDs in Walmart, and they're in BJ's and Costco, and a lot of places still have them. But many people don't buy them anymore, or they have to discount them heavily in order to get them sold, which hits their profit margin. They used to be where they jacked up prices like they do on everything else, but now, because all the entertainment industry had to lower their costs in order to get people to buy anything, it ate up their profit margin. And streaming has killed them, especially in the box office. Now, a lot of people simply download movies, I hate to say it, illegally, put them on a flash drive, and then when they've got them on the flash drive, put that into the computer, the laptop or the desktop or whatever, and now you can watch it right on your device. Or you can stream it to your TV right in the living room. Or you can go to Comcast and go to On Demand. You've all got, how many people have Comcast here? Well, you know they're just putting up a big Comcastopoly with Time Warner. They buy Time Warner for $45.5 billion at $119 a share by the end of the year. If that deal goes through, you're going to have a tremendous monopoly. It's going to be the largest one there is, and then the FCC and everyone's going to be scrutinizing it very carefully. So, but that means that everybody will have more on-demand stuff. If you miss something on TV, you haven't seen it, all you've got to do is go to On-Demand on Comcast. All those TV shows are there, but you got to sit through commercials in many cases. That's the problem. In order to deliver all this stuff, they got to pay for it some way. How do they pay for it? They use the commercials. So you're going to see a lot of commercials. If you've already seen it, everybody knows. But sometimes you can skip the ad, sometimes you can't. It just depends on the industry. Now, here's some popular streaming devices. Mine is the Roku. I bought it 2 or 3 years ago, and I think it's the best out there in terms of the selection of media. There's more stuff on Roku than anything else, and you only pay for the box, nothing else. Period. I haven't paid a dime in 2 years or so. And the amount of stuff on there is amazing. I'm going to show you in a few seconds. The Chromecast that I introduced to you months ago is Google's device where you can stream Pandora, you can stream Netflix, among other things. It's kind of limited. But Google is an unlimited company. And they've already added 10 other apps to their streaming applications. So I'm telling you that Google is something not to be discounted. This company is huge, and they're innovating, and they're going to come out with some great stuff. The Chromecast is still available. It originally sold for $35. I think you can get it at Amazon or maybe at Best Buy for $29.99. All you need is you just put the one end of it into an HDMI port in the back of your connector in the back of your TV, and there's a little USB thing that goes right into a USB. Most TVs today, in the last several years, have HDMI ports, and they have a USB connector. Once that's connected, All you need to do to set it up is to set it up with your password for your wireless, and you're wirelessly streaming. See? Wirelessly streaming through everything in the house it's connected to. You can stream different stations to different TVs in different rooms, just like you can do with Apple's AirPlay. If you've got an Apple device, you can stream audio outside, inside, through all of the devices in the house that accept Bluetooth even. Bluetooth is a big streaming technology. Okay, Apple TV is getting bigger. They have to come out with something. Apple lost a tremendous amount of market share. Even though they sold 311 million or something iPads and iPhones and whatever, they still did not reach the big market in China mobile, which is the largest in the world. They got a disappointing amount of sales from that, so actually the shares took a big plunge. And the reason is because they did not innovate. So something's going to be coming in June, not just an iPhone 6. They've got to come up with a blockbuster thing to beat Samsung and to beat LG and all the other companies that are really coming up and taking a bite out of the market. As a matter of fact, tablets and smartphones are now saturating the market. Now tablet sales have dropped because there's too many out there. Everybody almost has one, and now, you know, it's nothing new anymore. It's a fad. And just like fads, you know, they tend to go away in a short period of time. So, the next one, WDTV Live, is not too well known. The Slingbox. When Paul Napa was here in West Side Park, when we were there years ago, we actually set up a Slingbox device from one room to another. With this Slingbox, you can be anywhere in Florida, I don't care where you are, you can broadcast TV stations right from your home TV into your device with the Slingbox. Now they've had several variations of it. I think it's in the hundreds of dollars, but there's if you look up Slingbox on Google, you can find out about that. And now gaming consoles are taking over. The new Xbox One, which I've seen in action, they have a whole thing there in the Boca Town Center. Big, Microsoft has a kiosk there with an Xbox One. If you see that, that's fantastic. I couldn't believe what my eyes. And PS4 is out from Sony, the consoles. So all of these games, you'll be able to stream right or use your Bluetooth capability and things right from your gaming console. Now, there's some very popular streaming devices, and I'd like to show you something here. If you go to Kim Komando's new site, which I hope I've got here. All right, I'll just go back here. And I go to Kim Komando's site, which is brand new. This has been redesigned, and I highly recommend it to everyone. If I go over here and I type in streaming, she has several articles here. The best one here is streaming video gadgets. She has an entire chart here, which you can look at, which breaks it down group by group by Apple TV, Roku, Roku High Definition, Roku 2XD, Roku 3. Just the sheer variety of Roku makes it very dominant. Let's see if I can move across here a little bit. Well, it's hard to do that, but you can see all the price comparisons. There's Google TV, there's the Sony Bravia Smart Stick, the Google TV, the Chromecast, and all the variations of Roku. But the resolution, see, Apple TV is 1080p, and some of these are just 720. I have the original Roku box, which is back here, but I can't tell the difference between this and this, at least by my eyesight. Most of them have HDMI connections now. Remember what HDMI is? High Definition Multimedia Interface. It's this little cable like here that's going between the projector and the HDMI. Once they're connected, you get complete audio and video fidelity, meaning those two things are carried on the same cable. Where you have composite cables, you'd have to split it off between the audio and the video. Your video is yellow, your audios are red and white. Audio left, audio right. Or you might have the green set, the component cables where they're green or whatever, different colors. But that's not getting the true split. You're actually splitting off the quality of it, so you could degrade it over time. But the best way is to go HDMI.
What was the I?
A high definition multimedia interface, HDMI.